Survey Analysis in Human Sciences in TOK, Alfredo Ghersi. So, the first question of my survey was, what grade are you in? And of course, this is a question we did in order to test the honesty of the takers of the test, which of course was a positive result because the 10 participants of our survey responded truly. They said they were in 11th grade, and they are in 11th grade. They showed us that they were not lying about this. The second question was, do you consider yourself racist? Once again, we saw how every single one of the participants of the survey responded, no, we're not racist. And this shows us how people perceive racism as a negative thing, and how they do not want to put their racism in a survey, because of course, then how are we gonna perceive them if they put their racist? Even though this is anonymous, and even if they put their racist, nothing would really change, of course. But they fear that by putting yes, we are racist, if it is true, that we will have a bad image of them. Question number 3 was, should we murder criminals who have misconduct under a certain situation? And 40% of them said, yes, kill those bastards, kill those criminals. While 60% of them said, no, do not kill them. They're human beings. We need to respect their human rights regarding their atrocious actions. And this is interesting because it shows us how there's a diverging opinions regarding killing criminals. And it also shows us how by addressing criminals as humans, then people will have compassion with them. That is why we see how 2 people more said that they would not kill a criminal even though he committed atrocious crimes. Question number 4 was, would you consider yourself to have an above average GPA in your homeroom? 6 students said yes, I have an average grade, while 4 students said no, I do not have an average grade. This is interesting because it shows us how 60% of the participants have a high esteem regarding themselves, and they perceive themselves as being good students, while 4% of them were honest and they said no, I do not have an average GPA. And this shows us how to some people it is the contrary. To some people it is actually they highlight their weaknesses instead of their strengths. So this is very interesting, in fact. Question number 5 was, do you generally turn assignments in late? And 10% said, yes, I turn assignments late, while 90%, which was actually all the survey, said, no, I do not turn in assignments late. This once again shows us how people have a very high esteem, and how they perceive themselves as good students, and how they fear that by putting no, I turn in things late, the people who recollect the data will have a bad image regarding themselves. Question number 6 was, have you ever set yourself a goals and met them? And once again, the results were very similar. 9 people said yes, 1 person said no. And this shows the same thing, how people have a very high esteem about themselves, and the implications of this in their values and morality. Question number 7 was, should judicial execution be applied to dangerous criminals for the common well-being of society? And 9 people said yes, kill those bastards, while 1 person said no. And this is very interesting because when we compare this to question number 4, in which it was 40% saying yes and 60% saying no, don't kill them, they're humans, this has shifted completely. And this is shifted completely only because of the bad connotation we apply in this. Because now we kill people for the well-being of society, and this somehow changes the opinions of the users. It changes the connotations, and we have influenced them into actually pressing the red button, the button which says kill the bastards. In question number 8, we have you ever lied to your friends? And 9% say yes, while 1% said no. We can see how in this question we can see how honesty is a very important thing for people, and how they do not really consider lying to your friend a bad thing, because if not, they wouldn't answer this. And the last question was, do you learn surveys? This question was actually to see the validity of all of our results, and 20% said yes, which is 2 people, and 8% 80% said no, I do not lie on test. This once again shows how people respect the institution of surveys, and they believe that surveys are an accurate science, a science which actually is useful to recollect the opinion of masses. Is this true or not? We do not know. And this goes to our key knowledge issues. What authority do users give to formal surveys they take? How can language shift the values of people in a survey? Are surveys a reliable method of acquiring information? And how do authorities manipulate the masses through language? Thank you very much. That is all.